Two artists, one Vietnamese and one Austrian, Cao Thanh Lan and Gregor Siedl, also known as Duo Siedl Cao, recently brought a special sound installation to Hanoi. The space allows everyone to touch, see, feel and understand sounds all around them. Let's take a step into the world of sounds with this interesting project and see how these two artists connect people with the world around them via sounds in this week's edition of On the Mic.
This might look like a normal plant, but actually it is very special. Why is it special? Let's see what I can do with it. By touching different parts of the plant, it can create different sounds. And this is part of the new series of sound installation project by two artists, Cao Thanh Lan and Gregor Siedl. Let's have a chat with them. So thank you, Lana and Gregor, for joining our show today. So I'm very curious to know, what did you do to make the palm tree create sounds?
Yeah, we used two contact mics, microphones, to pick up the vibrations from the touch of people on the plants. And this vibration will be turned into a MIDI signal, and this MIDI signal will be then turned into sound.
With this kind of touch sensor, you can use on any object that vibrates. If we think about most musical instruments, like a violin, a guitar, or a piano, all these objects have a lot of wood, and this wood vibrates and creates the actual sound that we can hear. Without the wooden body, a guitar would not be able to be heard. So we are taking this idea of vibration to non-musical objects because our interest is in showing people the beauty of natural phenomena and how they can be used in arts.
Under Siedl Cao's view, everything on Earth has its own story, and what they have been doing is providing people a channel to listen those stories. Hanoi traffic noise, Vietnamese hubble bubble smoking pipes, Hanoi's rivers water, and even stream paste are all included in the sound sources for diverse works and performances of the duo. Their works have always been centered on the physical experience of sound and the inherent link between visual and audio elements.
Expand our perception of music in general. We thought about an object that would be very familiar to anyone. Everyone knows what is a plant, and people have plants at home, but rarely we touch our plants, right? But it's actually a beautiful sensation to touch the leaf of a plant, gently or more hard, or kind of playing with it.
And the plant is, as Gregor said, something very familiar, but we can still keep exploring and listening to the world around us.
And there's a combination of two very different, it combines a living creature, a plant, and electronic music, because the sounds you can hear are just produced by electronics. So bringing together these two worlds of organic and highly artificial.
Siedl Cao is a Vienna-based composer, performer, and sound artist group. They work in the field of contemporary electronic and instrumental music, music theater, and sound art. The two artists have different backgrounds but meet through their mutual goal of finding the origin of sounds. As they said, everything had its own voice, and that voice has its own position in the art industry.
So your project focuses a lot between the interaction of the audience and the artwork itself. So for someone who doesn't have much of the music background, how can the audience be in the performance themselves?
The audience makes the artwork complete. So we provide an installation, but the installation by itself has no meaning. It only gets to life with the audience interacting with the installation. The audience is the missing link. Most of the pieces are created in a way that you cannot make any mistakes, or if there are mistakes, they are actually welcome. So it's something that could be very beautiful and create a beautiful outcome if something goes wrong. We should learn to embrace things not going the way we expect them to be.
So according to you, what is the difference between sound installation and composing music?
Traditional idea of composing, you're taking melodies and you're taking rhythms, you're taking harmonies, and you put them together on a piece of paper or just play them on your instrument, and that would be your composition. So we're using different instruments and different sounds than the traditional idea of music would suggest, but the key elements are the same. And if you pay really close attention with a musician's ear, you will hear, even in this plant piece, a lot of complicated rhythms happening, harmonies, melodies, but it is music at its core.
What are the sounds that you often look for?
We have a very big collection of sounds, and we keep exploring sounds. We would use any sound that fit our concept. Yeah, for example, the plant. We want to create an otherworldly sound. Plant is something that everyone knows, but at the same time, it would be interesting to create a sound that seems like magical, like from another world, and that would be kind of, intriguing.
The duo have projects concerning Vietnam annually. Notably, there are the fifth cardinal direction, inspired by the vocal music of ethnic groups in northern Vietnam, Dao, Mông, and Lolo people, and the story of Kiều, where the two artists combined Vietnamese folk rhythm with contemporary music. The projects are not only new and interesting experiments of the duo, but also show a new side of Vietnamese traditional music with contemporary art.
So the story of Kiều was one of the projects that you combined the traditional elements with the modern elements.
We tried to combine elements of traditional Vietnamese music and the aesthetics of contemporary Western music. It is a very difficult task.
We tried hard with these two projects. The first one is called Osmosis, in which we use material from Kiều, Chuyện Kiều. And the second project is called the fifth cardinal direction, with materials from music of northern Vietnam. And we would love to realize another project. Actually, I think the key thing is to really understand traditional music from within. And then we can use its principle, not its material, its principle.
Can you share with us the upcoming project with sound installation?
Next week we are flying to China, and we will be on a tour for 1 month. And we are working on a new project called Super Token, which uses some ideas of sound installations, but in a concert situation.
In a live performance situation.
So we would interact with these installations live and
with the audience.
And we're opening the performance space to perform also within the audience space. We're kind of breaking up the barriers that are usually there in a live performance of stage and audience area.
Yeah, so we wish to have more Vietnamese audience in our events, especially the one with interactive installations, because we're especially curious in how Vietnamese people are interested in art. And probably in the future we would also do more public art or a community project that could bring art to more people.
Again, thank you so much, Lan and Greg, for joining our show, and we wish you the best of luck in your future projects.
Thank you.